Go up here, crank that elbow, hit that body. As I'm putting it on, at this point, locking arm. Alright, so this is Tracy's karate technique. Grabbing here, I'm going to turn the hand, I'm going to step back, I'm going to punch him here, Dave let go of me over here, I'm on elbow, maybe I missed him. Now I'm going to come up underneath the arm. Alright, so the way it's usually taught, a lot of guys go too close. Well, Dave's arms are a little shorter than mine, so it works out for me, for him to be here. But now I step back, I push down, knee hammer. Okay, now you really want my take on it. There we go. At this point, I want to really slam my rear end into him. Boom. If I pop him right in the face with this, head goes back. But once I get locked here, here's the difference. I'm going to rotate my hand like I extend it outward. I want to be up in his armpit area, and then shift my weight. So I'm not pushing, I'm shifting my weight. The reason for this, I can move this foot easier, bringing him down. It's an easier move. Now, technique, you can break that elbow. But at this point, I'm going to go slow, hit. I come up in here, see I'm moving a little bit. He's moving with it too. He's just going with it. But the thing is, I can even just kind of lock this arm right here. This is what I love about this. Crack. I'm right on that elbow. It's just a little flinching. I can pull this arm. So what's happening too, I'm locking this so he doesn't have the full strength out here. And if I'm doing this technique, right, and I got here, Dave started pushing against me, pulling me. Right now we can be both going off balance. Now at this point here, I'm coming here. Come on, Dave, where are you going? All right, so Dave moved too much. Watch this. I can just do something else. I don't know. I don't. All right, ready for the technique? As I'm coming around, now I'm into him. But at this point, there it is. The knee, the hammer or chop to the neck, which I just did. Okay, so going slow. Ready? Come on back, elbow. I'm wrapping. I got that arm here, but I want to turn a little bit, allowing me to do this easier. So at this point here, now this arm goes down. You feel that? Mm-hmm. Where do you feel that?
I feel that towards the back of my tricep.
I thought you say it in your toes. But anywho, you're going to come down right to there. See how I start pushing in and then I rotate. That's where your destruction happens. Knee, hammer. I like to throw the knee first because you got them moving. If I'm going to try to do this together, it's going to slow it down. It's going to be too late. But here, boom, boom. And you got there. That's what that's called.
Locking arm.
Thank you, camera guy, Christian.
Let's go. Let's go.
Something down there.
I had to ponder.
Just having fun. You know, I'm sure someone's going to leave good comments down there. I get only the best comments. All right, so step back. Dave hits me, wraps this thing up. So now, here, see, Dave went slow. But if you did this quick, and instead of pushing, I'm spinning on Dave. So pushing and rotate like that. Now, see that? Now move. Now I'm here. But I would have walked right into that knee. They wouldn't have stayed there, right? Because it becomes instinct. So that's an awesome technique. Peace out. Subscribe. Lesson 4. Fear. Bible quote. For what I fear comes upon me, and what I dread befalls me. End quote. That's Job 3:25. New American Standard Bible, 1995. I didn't think I had any fears to fight as I entered into the cage for the first time. I was just filled with uncontrollable anxiousness. Now that I look back, at the moment the referee said fight, and adrenaline dump set in, that is when fear creeped in. I feared I could not fight, my fight because of my muscle fatigue. That is what I meant about it messed with my headspace in the last lesson. That wasn't the end of my fears in the first cage fight. The fears really kicked in when my opponent sat on top of me in the mounted position. As my opponent had the mount position, I saw his fist come back. At that moment, I felt fear of being ground and pounded, which is many punches to the head into the ground. Much like Ralphie punching the bully on the ground in the snow in that movie, A Christmas Story. As I brought my arm up to block the punch, I extended my arm too far, giving opportunity for my opponent to pull an armbar, which is an arm lock. Which he did grab my arm and pulled an armbar. I did get out of the armbar, but not without injury. My arm was hyperextended. Later in that round, I did get ground and pounded, which my newfound fear had come to life. I didn't know I feared getting punched into the ground until the possibility presented itself. After that match, I trained on how to defend that situation and overcome the fear of the matter. That fear of being ground and pounded came fast, and the fear became reality in less than 2 minutes. Your fears can come true, some faster than others. What we think about the most has a great record of coming true, even fear. Fear is real, and it can be debilitating. I remembered reading a book years ago, and I can't remember the title of the book or the author, but there was a story in the book where the author talked about how his dad always feared dying in the trunk of a car. Then one day, he accidentally locked himself in the car trunk and died, probably from panic, and used up all the oxygen in the trunk before someone found him. There is a story written by David Mickelson about a man who got locked in a freezer that was unplugged. Yet he imagined himself freezing to death. Even though the freezer never reached below 50 degrees, he still died from the results of his fears. Fear of a situation can be much worse than the situation that was feared. It is important to overcome your fears before your fears overcome you.